Setting up when you're camping is something you only get better at with practice, I feel. And at this point in time, I felt like we were getting a lot better at it. Not because we were good at it so much as our average camp stay between Buffalo and Wallacca in Florida was only 1 to 2 days. And we had done that over the period of a month and a half. So as you can imagine, we were getting a lot better at it as we went. For us, there were two main types of camping in our RV. One was where you're hooked up to electricity and water and sewage, and the other is where you are hooked up to nothing. The second is cheaper, of course, and all too often more interesting, but it does have its limitations because eventually your batteries will go flat and you'll have too much poo in your tank. This particular campground was primitive, no hookups, in the middle of a state park called Bennett's Campground in Tiger Bay. This campground's probably only 15 minutes from Daytona Speedway, which makes it a really good place to stop. It was also a good place to catch up with some friends that we had met earlier in our journey in another state, some 1,000 kilometres from where we now are. We love these people. They are exceptionally resourceful and can survive on the absolute minimum, and we learnt a lot from them. Not to say the least that Biscoff was a really good biscuit and goes particularly well with a cup of coffee. They were good enough to put us in their bus and take us into Daytona for a trip around the Daytona beach. So today,
hello,
we're here with Christian.
I eat treats, yeah.
and his biscuits.
For the dog, yeah.
For the dog as well. And his dog. Hey.
Hi, you.
And we are heading to a market at Daytona. So where are we going to today? And have you been driving buses long? Okay. And any thoughts on what you want to get at the market today?
Go to the flea market, but you don't want to get fleas.
Yeah, no fleas at the flea market. Well, that's fantastic. I can't wait to see how you To add, we were missing our children and our dog in Melbourne, Australia immensely. So to be able to hop on board with another little family that have both children and a dog was just a really good way to fill a gap that would probably never really be filled until we got back to Melbourne. Daytona Beach is a somewhat popular part of the world, to say the least. In fact, if you ask Daytona Beach, it is the most famous beach in the entire world. I'm not totally convinced of that, but it is certainly a beautiful part of the world. Well equipped with a speedway, of course, called Daytona, a flea market, which is pretty well everything you could ever want, and, of course, a beach. After a big day at the beach, it was good to get back at the campground and focus on some more important things like sitting around a campfire and having a beer with some people who we really had grown to appreciate. This would not be the last time we would see them, but certainly a good time to see them.